Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 2, 1 to presentation about estimate cost. We from accounting student, Faculty of Economics and Business, Universitas Muhammadiyah, Profesor Dr. Hamka, and the lecturer is Pak Bambang Tutoko. My name is Gadis Setia Rahayu and my friends.
My name is Nida Nurweda El Hakim.
Name is Jian Azara.
Okay, next.
Definition of estimate cost. Estimate cost is the form of cost that is determined in advance before production is carried out or service or delivery. Estimate cost system is a production cost accounting system that uses a form of predetermined cost in calculating the cost of the product produced. Next.
Purpose of using the estimate cost system. Number one, for the bridge to the standard cost system. The estimate cost system can be used as practice before implementing the standard cost system. This helps employees get used to it and makes the transition to the new system easier. The second, to avoid relatively high costs in using the standard costing system. More cost effective for small companies or those that frequently change products. A standard costing system can be too expensive and complicated. The estimate cost system is more practical and cheaper. Third, for cost control and activity analysis, although not as accurate as the standard. Comparing estimate costs with actual costs can reveal waste, thereby helping to improve work process. The last one, to reduce accounting costs. This system can save on administrative costs because it doesn't require detailed records for each type of inventory. Just record the physical quantity. Next.
Three elements of estimate cost. The first, raw material costs are estimated based on the amount of material needed per product and its unit price. The amount is calculated from specification, trials, or previous data, while the price is based on the market price list. The second, labor cost, estimate based on the number of hours of work required for each product, including preparation time and other supporting activities. This calculation is adjusted to the type of work and employing capabilities, then multiplied by the wage rate. Next. And the last one, factory overhead costs are estimated at the beginning and divided into fixed and variable costs. Variable costs are calculated based on the relationship to production volume, while fixed costs such as depreciation, insurance, and factory supervisor salaries are estimated from known plans and conditions. Next. Accounting procedure in estimate cost system. Raw material cost recording procedure. The inventory method used the purchase of raw material record in the journal. Raw material inventory, debit, and account payable credit. Raw material use journal, goods in process raw material cost, debit, and raw material inventory credit. Physical inventory method, raw material purchase journal is record, purchase, debit, and account payable credit. Next. In the physical inventory method, the journal to record the cost of raw material during a certain period is A. Work in process raw material cost, debit, and raw material inventory credit. To cost the cost of raw material inventory at the beginning of the period. B. Work in process raw material cost, debit, and purchase credit to close the purchase account. C. Raw material inventory, debit, and work in process raw material credit to record the cost of raw material inventory at the end of the period. Next, labor cost recording procedure. The actual labor cost incurred in a period are recorded in the journal as follows. Good in process labor cost, administrative and general cost, and marketing cost, debit, with salaries and wage credit. Next, factory overhead cost recording procedure. Method 1, the work in process account is debited with the BOP that occurred in certain period BOP recording journal, actual factory overhead debit with spare parts inventory, accumulated fixed asset depreciation, and cash credit. At the end of the period the actual BOP the occurred is charged to the product with the journal. Cost in process factory overhead debit and actual factory overhead credit. Next, method 2, factory overhead cost predetermined rest journal entries for recording actual BOP occur. Actual factory overhead cost, debit, and spare parts inventory, accumulate depreciation of fixed asset, and cash credit. Next, journal entry for recording the allocation of BOP the products based on predetermined rates. Goods in process factory overhead cost, debit, and overhead cost charge credit. The closing journal is as follows. Factory overhead cost charge, debit, and actual factory overhead cost credit. Next, procedure for recording a cost of finished work and product still in process at the end of the period. Finished product inventory and product inventory in process debit with good in process raw material cost, good in process labor cost, goods in process factory overhead cost credit. Next, procedure for recording the cost of products sold. Cost of goods sold, debit, finished product inventory credit. Procedure for recording the difference between estimate cost and actual cost. Method 1, difference, debit, and cost in process raw material cost, goods in process labor cost, and goods in process factory overhead cost credit. Method 2, then the difference between estimate cost and actual cost is calculated by A. Calculating the balance of the goods and process account. B. Calculating the actual balance of the factory overhead cost account. Next.
Accounting procedures in an estimate cost system if a product is processed through more than one production department. If the product is processed through more than one production department, the accounting procedure in the estimate cost system can generally be explained as follows. Number 1, for each production department, the estimate cost per unit of product must be determined. And for each production department, a work in process account is formed. The account can be further divided according to the elements of the product cost. The work in process account of each production department is debited with the actual production cost during a certain period and credit with the estimate cost of finished products and the estimate cost of products in process at the end of the period. Equivalence units kali estimate cost per unit of product. The balance of the work in process account of each production department is the difference between the actual cost and the estimate cost. The amount of this difference is transferred to the difference account. Next.
Treatment of difference. The difference between actual cost and estimate cost in a accounting period can be treated as follows. 1. Close to the cost of goods sold accounts or profit and loss account. 2. Distributed fairly to finished product in the relevant period, namely distributed to the finished product and cost of goods sold accounts. 3. Distributed fairly to the accounts, work in process inventory, finished product inventory, and cost of goods sold. 4. Allowing the difference to remain in the difference account so that this account function as a different account. This is done because there is a possibility that a difference that occur between accounting periods will compensate each other. Next, the basis for dividing the difference can be a comparison of the quantity of work in process inventory, finished product inventory, and product sold. This quantity instead in equivalent units. B. Comparison of the cost of work in process inventory, the cost of finished product inventory. The following is an example of the treatment of difference using the two types of basis for division. 1. Division of the difference based on the quantity of work in process inventory, finished product inventory, and the quantity of product sold. 2. Distribution of the difference based on the cost of goods in process inventory, finished goods inventory, and cost of goods sold.
Thank you for attention from group 2. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.